Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a Steam game that will be shutting down forever. The reality of live service games. It's a crazy game to get into, but speaking of live service, you want to know one live service game that's absolutely popping off? That is one Helldivers 2. The servers are at a point where they are working fairly well. If you do want to buy the game, that would be a good time to do so, but as far as DLSS goes, looks like that might be something that could be a ways away, and it's not really being prioritized. We'll talk that in a little bit. However, let's first talk this. Paragon the Overprime, end of service schedule announcements. Hello Warriors, it's Paragon the Overprime, says a Steam post that just dropped. First, we would like to express our wholehearted gratitude for your love and support over the past year and 3 months, starting with early access on December the 8th of 2022. However, we come to you with unfortunate news. Since early access, Paragon the Overprime has been a work in progress as we've continued to explore, iterate, and think about different ways to meet our Warriors' expectations. After careful consideration, we concluded that we will not be able to provide a stable and satisfying service moving forward. Because of this, we have made the decision to end the service on Monday, April the 22nd. We are deeply sorry for the unexpected and unfortunate termination of the service. We deeply cherish the encouragement and support you have given us until now. Despite our shortcomings, we at Paragon the Overprime sincerely thank you for all the love you've shown us. Please see below in the Steam post where they go over the dates as far as things shutting down. Service ends on Monday, April the 22nd. Purchases already have ended. Official communities will be shut down April the 29th, and customer service will be closing down on August the 22nd. So, again, this is a reality of live service games. Not every game is going to pop off, and not every game is going to be a smashing success. And really, it's going to be a case of the majority of games are not going to pop off. The majority of games are not going to be overwhelming successes because of the actual competition in this market. It's so hard to actually be a success in the live service market because while you hear people talk about Helldivers ad nauseum, while you hear people talk about, the live service games that have been running forever, your Leagues, your Dotas, your, Fortnites of the world, yes, you hear about those games ad nauseum. However, if you actually assess how many live service games go under, it is a staggering amount of them. And that's just the game you're gonna end up playing when you talk about live service titles. Paragon had a lot of impressive technical prowess, and it seemed like people were interested in the release of the game, but unfortunately, it won't be seeing the light of day as far as that's concerned. And I mean, this is the reality. I am not too familiar in terms of the quality level and how it compares to other MOBAs, but the thing about live service games is even if the games are good, live service relies on there being a consistent and engaged player base. That's very, very difficult to do, especially if you're trying to get that level of investment from a consumer that has so many options in gaming. And when you invest into a live service game, that is going to be, as far as your gaming consumption goes, one of your priorities for a long period of time, and that's what the publisher and developer wants. They want you to be invested into this experience for a long time. With a live service game, the expectation, at least the desire from the publisher, is that you are invested into that experience for well over 6 months, a year, years even, and that's how they really make it on the back end when you have investment from some players that have been into it for a long time. It's a very lucrative model when it pops off. Helldivers 2 is going to be very lucrative for Arrowhead and PlayStation. Fortnite is incredibly lucrative for Epic Games. Call of Duty is a live service game that's monetized beyond its $70, and it's incredibly lucrative for Activision, but just because those top-level titles are incredibly lucrative doesn't mean that all of them are going to be, and in fact, the majority of them ultimately are not. League of Legends, Dota 2, incredibly lucrative for Valve and Riot. For a MOBA standpoint, Paragon the Overprime ultimately will not be, so that will be shutting down. Next up, I do want to talk a little bit about Helldivers 2, and a lot of talk right now as far as DLSS and FSR goes. Now, initially, the Arrowhead CEO tweeted in response to somebody talking about DLSS, so he just responded saying, okay, I'll buy DLSS, cool tech, but not necessary. If I have code time over, I prefer to put that to good use, focusing on the core gameplay as it's what's most important for a game to be successful. This way of thinking seems to have paid off. And then there was a Twitter account that took that and said DLSS is not coming to Helldivers 2, which he didn't say. He just said that's not a priority right now, and he responded to that by saying that's not what I said. I only said gameplay greater than cool tech, which I think simplifying DLSS and upscale technology to just cool tech, which at the end of the day, I guess it is just cool tech, but it's really, really cool tech. I mean, upscale technology allows games to be played on a wide variety of hardware, so that would make Helldivers 2 more accessible to a larger audience of people playing the game. Now, I do know Helldivers 2, from what I know, is more of a CPU contingent game, so, you know, how much is upscaling going to do? I don't know, but it would be a nice feature to have regardless. Obviously, implementing DLSS is probably not paramount for them right now in terms of what's on their bucket list of things to do in the immediate future. The immediate future revolves around making sure the servers continue to work, because while they've upped the concurrent server count to 800k, you never know when more people are going to check out the game. I mean, Helldivers 2 as a game exploded out of nowhere, and you just don't know if the game is just going to pop off out of nowhere again and, you know, get another surge of interest. The game's at a very healthy player base right now, and it seems to have stabilized, but you want to make sure that the server stability is going to be there going forward. And on top of that, going forward, what they're really going to be focusing on is content updates. This game is going to have a bevy of content updates going forward, and really, that's going to be the biggest focus. We don't even know the content roadmap. Now, there was a roadmap in place a while ago internally at Arrowhead, but after the game popped off, after the game exploded in popularity, obviously the old roadmap was torn up, and they are working on a new roadmap. We already know they're working on a new roadmap, so that'll be implemented at some point, and they'll go over the roadmap going forward. So that's really the priority right now. DLSS, I'm sure, based on how much traction this has gotten, is something that people do want, and I do believe they'll implement it at some point. Honestly, at this point, they have so many resources. I'm sure PlayStation is going to be backing this game quite a bit, that they're going to have the resources to implement everything that the game needs and the people want, but right now it's going to be, you know, priorities. There's going to be a priority to the server stability, and then there's going to be a priority towards actual content updates, and after those roll out, we can talk about things like DLSS. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Paragon the Overprime is shutting down come April. Just a sad reality in terms of live service titles. Not all of them are going to pop off. And Helldivers 2, as far as DLSS goes, it could be happening in the future. For the time being, it doesn't look like it's a priority. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.